What a tactical battle between Mikel Arteta's Arsenal and Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, where Liverpool showed their dominance over Arsenal. Arsenal were dominant too, but Klopp's tactical changes really made differences to the game. So without any further delay, let's look at the analysis of the game. As the game was tactically divided in two halves, we first look at the plan of Liverpool from the first half. So Klopp started Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott and McAllister this game, and this setup was much like this. McAllister was the lone DM in this setup, and as Arsenal pressed high, Curtis Jones helped in build-up, forming double pivot with McAllister. Whereas on the right-hand side of the midfield, instead of Harvey Elliott, we saw Cody Gakpo, whereas Harvey Elliott was positioned at right wing by Klopp. As Arsenal pressed high, Cody Gakpo actually helped in build-up a lot, and if there wasn't Gakpo, then Trent would invert in and help out in build. And the setup of Elliott being on right wing, Gakpo being on right half space or at the right hand side of the midfield, Núñez as a striker didn't actually help out Liverpool. And I think the way Arteta planned it or managed Arsenal's off the ball shape was brilliant. There was a main reason why Jorginho was playing alongside Declan Rice tonight. If you guys have seen the last meeting of these clubs, the 1-1 draw at Anfield, Arteta changed Arsenal off the ball setup. In that game, Arsenal were with Jesus and Havertz at top of their press and had Declan Rice as their only pivot. So if we deeply look at Arsenal off the ball shape and marking from that game, so here Havertz and Jesus were waiting for Alisson to play the ball and start the press. Odegaard was assigned to mark Endo, whereas Saka was assigned to mark Jones, but Saka had also threat of Tsimikas too. This did a 2v1 at wide areas and not just a Saka position. Same goes for Martinelli. He has to either go for Trent or Szoboszlai. This situation was countered as Zinchenko, who stepped up in midfield to mark Szoboszlai. But this plan created a whole lot of gaps in midfield for Arsenal. As going man to man, Declan Rice also stepped up to press, which do left spaces. To avoid this situation in this game, Arteta started Jorginho. Arsenal off the ball front two were Havertz and Odegaard. McAllister was marked by Jorginho, whereas Curtis Jones by Declan Rice, which actually made it easy for Saka to directly go on the left back Gomez. And to counter this strategy of Arsenal, Liverpool had no answer. Even if they played a direct ball to their frontline men, then they would be man-marked too. To counter it, Liverpool tried to invert Trent to get that extra man in midfield, but Arsenal press nullified it too. Also, from the last meeting between these two sides, we saw Alexander-Arnold in between Liverpool's centre-back to orchestrate the play, forming a 3 at the back while remaining in centre to move the ball quickly. The same strategy was seen in tonight's game too. Alexander-Arnold was seen in between the two Liverpool centre-backs to play the ball forward. But we have to appreciate the out-of-position strategy of Arsenal. Even in the mid-block, they suffocated Liverpool's central build-up. So let's look at what changed for Liverpool in second half. So Jurgen Klopp identified the central lock of Arsenal. So he shifted Harvey Elliott in midfield, Luis Diaz to right wing, Núñez to left wing and Gakpo at a striker position. Basically, Liverpool targeted Arsenal's flank by shifting their two speedsters into wing position. Basically, Liverpool tried to stretch Arsenal and their wing position strategy worked out. And when Diogo Jota came on, it was just another threat for Arsenal. Arsenal's high press suffocated Liverpool's central build-up in the first half. Liverpool were struggling, so Klopp made changes, shifting Núñez at left wing, Diaz at right, which provided pace plus intensity on the wing. And instead of building up centrally, Liverpool targeted Arsenal's flank. Although both Diaz and Núñez weren't able to take on 1v1 that properly, but yet they were finding themselves in a good position to score. This shows immense in-game management from Jurgen Klopp. But what did you make of the game? And can Liverpool win the FA Cup this season? Comment below.